Happy Thursday morning, everyone. I'm going to try something new. About once a week, I'm going to record on my way to work a short training-related video that maybe people will find helpful. I'm not very good at this. This is take 4, so we'll see what happens here. But this morning, I thought I would talk about poison cues. What that is, and I'm going to use sit because everybody knows what sit is, and most people know how to teach sit, so it's easy. So what I mean by poison cue is if you're working with your dog and you're trying to teach your dog to sit, and your dog is not paying attention, they are looking away from you, they just get up and randomly start sniffing the ground, or they're just like, you can almost see the expression on their face. They're like, and they're looking at you like, she's crazy. And if that is happening while you're working with your dog to sit, ask yourself how you're doing it. So what I mean is, if you have your dog, if you bring your dog in front of you, your dog is standing in front of you, and you're trying to teach your dog to sit, and if you are, and we have all done this, by the way, it's not wrong. I mean, it's just something to learn from, because I've done it, everybody does it. It's okay. But if you're standing in front of your dog and you're like, Rover, sit, Rover, Rover, sit, Rover, whoop, whoop, Rover, sit, Rover, sit. If that kind of looks like what's happening when you ask your dog to sit that already knows how to sit, or you're trying to teach your dog to sit, or something like that, and your dog is like, they're looking away, they're looking over there, they're trying to walk off, they might lay down and turn their head away from you, they randomly start sniffing the ground. Those are all what's called displacement behaviors or calming behaviors. That's their way of telling you they have no idea what's going on and they just want you to relax. So it creates tension and stress in them because they're confused. You're standing over them, you're standing in front of them, and you're sit, Rover, sit, Rover, sit, Rover, sit, Rover, Rover. And your dog's like, okay, I'm just going to lay down here and not make eye contact, and maybe she'll go away. If that's what it looks like for you, it's quite possible that you have poisoned the sit cue. You've said it too many times that it just doesn't mean anything to the dog. It has no effect on them, and repeating it over and over and over again just creates confusion. So all hope is not lost. All you got to do is retrain the sit cue. Well, there's 2 things you should probably look into. You should retrain the sit cue with a different word. Just stop using sit. Use park it or butt or whatever works for you. That's, as in butt to the ground. Whatever works for you that is going to refresh the cue for the dog. So you put a new word to it. The second thing you need to look at is your reward value. If you are using your dog's kibble, that could be another reason they are not interested in sit. They maybe have access to it all the time and they just don't care about it. They're not hungry, they're not interested, it's boring, that sort of thing. So you can increase your reward value by using something irresistible to the dog, like pieces of chicken or tiny pieces of hot dog, or just anything that the dog gets excited about that they really like. So use a higher value reward and change your word and reteach the sit to park it, say. And I think you will find, and don't overuse the word. So if the dog isn't understanding, use your food to lure him into the position. Say it once, use the food lure him into position, mark it, and reward it. You can use a leash to apply a little bit of leash pressure to help them realize what you're wanting them to do. And once that butt touches the floor, reward it. And if you're retraining it, you may need to reward it a lot. You may need to use a high rate of reinforcement to keep them in that sit position while yes, feed, good boy. And then step back to get them on their feet. Maybe walk a little circle, or really it only takes a few steps, and then try it again. And eventually you will be able to slow down your rate of reinforcement and maybe go back to using kibble, and eventually you won't have to reinforce it at all. You'll just be able to ask for a sit or park it, and they're going to do it. It just becomes so patterned that they've learned it. And that's all. This video is now 6 minutes long. I apologize. I'll get better at this. Y'all have a great day, and I'll see you next Thursday.